Dang, let's go.
Hey everyone, welcome back to MX Disc Golf. I'm Raul Barcelo,
I'm Chandler Kramer.
and we're going to be watching the back nine for the Hideaway Open Pro-Am B-Tier. This was round one. This was on the 29th of January 2022, and we're going to be watching Chandler tied in right now in first place for this card with Cameron, and then also we have Fredy and John. We're going to be starting here on hole 10. If you guys haven't watched the front nine, you should go back and watch the first front nine. This course is very hard.
So I got the box on hole 10, and I'm trying to go over with a forehand. I got the turn, and there's a headwind on this hole, so it held a little more than I thought, and I wasn't sure how that was going to be, and it just catches the last tree, but I'll have some kind of look that is going to be straddled out, but I'll have a look.
For sure. This is one of the longer par threes. I think it's very hard to reach at 406 feet. You know, you got to carry the water 75% of the way there.
Freddie's trying to hit that little pocket. He hits it, but he'll have a tester for birdie. Cam's going over the top as well. Doesn't get the turn I think he wanted on it. He falls down. He'll have an up and down. He might have a putt. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I mean, he has the power to get there, and so does John.
I think John's going to try and go over. Yep, John's trying to go over.
See it coming in right there. That's also going to be short. Everyone's going to be inbounds, but nobody's going to be really close enough for a real birdie look.
I've got like a 40, 45 footer, maybe even further, so I can't even run that. I'm not even going to lie. So Cam's pitching up as well. You can really see the wind and the flags they're really going. Freddie runs it.
Freddie ran it, hits a band, doesn't convert.
John gives it a good run.
Hey, he was actually closer than I thought.
Yeah, he was a lot closer.
It was pretty windy there. Once you got out into the open, you could feel the wind, even though you're not really seeing it as much in the camera, but for sure you could feel it when you were there.
So we're all left to just tapping in our pars. So no harm, no foul done.
Yep. Now we're going to be moving on to hole 11.
Probably one of the only must-get birdies on this course. It's downhill. There's a tailwind. It's 781 feet. I am throwing a boss that I threw a good angle on it. I was really happy. It flipped and turned, but it just actually never came out. So I'm going to have still another pretty good shot to go.
Yeah, this hole being so wide open, it definitely plays as one of the easier holes. And the only real danger at all is to go out of bounds, but it's pretty far to the left or to the right to reach the out of bounds either way. So
Freddie throws a good shot. He's way down there.
Oh, for sure.
Cam is ripping on this thing.
This is such a bomb. This is going far.
He obliterated that disc.
Yeah. Yep.
It was like 10 feet off the ground, maybe, like that high, and it just went forever.
Yeah.
So it was a really good throw.
Finally, we have
see what John's got.
John. Oh, that looks a little too understable. Oh, he looks like he went into that bush.
There is OB over there, and unfortunately, so the line that he crossed, his disc was about 2 feet past the line, so he unfortunately was OB over there.
Okay. So it looks like he's trying to see where the basket is to find his line. He's going to take it straight behind from where the basket.
So he actually backed up across the corner of the pond to give himself that hyzer opportunity.
Yeah, that was good play and good knowing the rules so you can use that in your favor.
Very smart decision on his part.
All right, this is your second shot?
Yes.
What are you
I'm trying to
with?
throw a giant hyzer and just kind of spike it, but this green is really fast. I'm throwing an ape on this one, and I try to do I tried to do a hyzer, and then I proceeded to try and flex it, and then I didn't even flex it. It just didn't even come out, so.
Okay. Well, that's still up there for a look, and now we're going to have Freddie's second shot. He's going hyzer around the tree there in the middle, in front of the basket.
Fredy gets a little bit of ground play, but not too much. His probably like 20 feet.
Yeah. And now this is more of a pitch up. Nah, maybe not so much, but that was still very far up the fairway.
Cam threw a great shot. That's probably like 15 feet. So John actually has a look to save his par.
Yeah, that was a good recovery shot from way back there with that hyzer. He just leaves it a little bit low.
I didn't realize that I even had a look. I thought I was too far left, but that gave me about a 35-footer, and I just didn't get it. Fredy did he miss it?
No, you got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say he taps in he gets a birdie.
Good birdie from our guy here. This is also for the 3.
Let's see if Cam can make it.
He's been just a little bit low on all of his putts.
Yeah. John's gonna tap in a bogey.
And this is par for Cam.
And then I will be tapping in my par as well. So good birdie for Fred.
Yeah.
I say must get birdie, but yet only one of us got it.
Well, this is how it goes sometimes. It was, like we said, more windy than it looks on camera. So
yeah.
This is hole 12, par 3, 373 feet. Fredy goes with the backhand. He's going to be in the bushes there on the right side, but still looking at the basket.
I'm throwing an ape again. It didn't get as much turn as I wanted, and then it hits the tree and rolls to like 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bad break, but it's okay.
That was not such a good drive there by Cam. He's going to be in the middle of the woods a little bit.
John throws a pretty good shot, gets up there, gets a little bit to the left. I pitch up. I had nothing.
Smart decision. There's OB directly behind the basket with a drop-off, so that's actually what we're seeing right here. He just goes right past it.
Yeah, that OB comes up really quickly. So running it is, you got to make a decision if you're going to go for it. So Cam went for it, but unfortunately he found the OB.
And we haven't seen Fredy laying up so very often.
Yeah, Fredy didn't lay up, and it paid off. That was a great putt.
That was a good putt. And now that's back-to-back birdies for Fredy.
So John is obstructed, and he's electing. At first, he's electing for a forehand, and he just absolutely drains it.
He just jams it. You got the slow-mo replay right here.
OB's, like 5 feet from it, so.
If that misses the chains, that's going into the water.
I was going to say, yeah. That's a great birdie from John. He's all smiling.
He knows. He got away with one there. That was a great shot.
That
great
was
birdie.
So sick.
Yeah. Highlight for sure. Now this is Cam coming back from the OB, just a little tap in. That's how close the OB line is right there. So, okay, Fredy after his back-to-back birdies, hole 13, 396 feet, par 3.
This one's pretty downhill. We had a left to right wind. Yeah, you can see Fredy's not real happy. We had a left to right wind, so if you, as a backhand player, hanging it out a little bit too wide, it might not come back.
Yep.
So Fredy hangs it just a little bit too wide. I think John wanted a little bit more flip, or maybe it to be just a little bit more to the right so it misses that tree. But
yeah, I think he wanted to barely miss that tree.
Yeah. So I'm playing with the wind, and out of my hand, I thought it was okay, and then it gets a little bit of a wind lift, and it just carries it. So it's going to that actually. That didn't skip as much as I thought. But I'm gonna be left about a 35-footer.
It's not too bad there. It does drop off after the basket, so.
So Cam saw what I did and hung it out even wider. And again, a wind gust, and he's about the same spot that I'm at.
Yeah, pretty much. Very similar putts there. So
John's left with a little bit of a tough shot, but
yeah, after hitting that tree in the middle of the fairway, now he's pitching up to the basket.
I think that one sat pretty well. I think he's about 10 feet now. Even Fredy hasn't been laying up, but he does this time. I'm deciding if I want to lay up. I told myself I was going to lay up, and then I proceeded to almost kind of hit basket. So it wasn't a run, but
no harm, no foul right there.
No harm,
Same
no
with
foul.
Cam. Cam gave it a good run. He's, again, just slightly off from making all these putts.
Yeah. John's left with a little bit of a weird putt, with that bush in his way.
He still makes it. It's pretty close.
No problem for him. Cam taps in his par. So really no harm, no foul for anybody. Going into hole 14.
Par 3, 368 feet. We got Fredy here going with the backhand.
A lot of I throw a forehand, so I'm not throwing the low tunnel gap here. But for a backhand, it's a very low ceiling. Gonna need to get some kind of ground play to it.
Yeah, that's a tough shot to go on the low route there. Most players, even backhand or forehand like yourself, you're going to see most players try to go over the trees like here John's doing.
Even a backhand player. John's actually opting for the over the trees, and he gets over most of it.
Yeah, he actually landed a little bit past the fairway.
I got a bit of a wind read from him and saw how much it dropped, so I go over the trees and throw it almost directly at the basket, and it works out pretty well for me.
That was very impressive. That was incredible. I think Cam's going to try to emulate that too here.
Cam saw mine and said, let me try that.
Doesn't quite get it up as high, so he catches a tree. He's going to be left with a little more distance to contend with.
It was a really good line out of his hand. I just know that the wind dropped it just a little bit too much. Fredy giving that a good bid.
Yeah, it's just not enough, so he's going to be left with a short putt for 3. Same with John there. That was a half run.
I honestly couldn't believe that that's where it landed.
Really?
I had no clue.
Oh,
I was like,
awesome.
that might be okay. And then everyone was like, oh, you're like up by the tree. And I was like, which one? There's like tons of them.
No, the tree.
Yeah, the tree. And I was like, oh, wow. So everyone here will just tap out their pars. I fortunately get to walk away with a birdie on this one.
Yeah, probably one of the easier holes here. You guys made it look easy at least. And now we're going to move on to hole 15, which is notoriously one of the trickier holes here.
This one goes pretty left and then straightens out. And I'm kind of just, yeah. I'm going a forehand flex over the top, trying
angle.
to land in bounds. And
there's that little opening there that we just saw on camera where that's the perfect landing zone, basically.
I apparently, from the spotter, told me I hit a tree and it ricocheted me about 15 feet back towards the fairway.
Yeah.
Fredy, I think, is going to go high. I can't remember. Yes.
It does go high. And that's it's looking pretty good.
It's looking really good. Comes back a little more.
Coming back. Yep.
Yeah, he's on the edge.
Also catches a tree at the end, but does end up in the middle of the fairway, so.
I was about to say, going down the fairway and going lower is so tight that most everyone's opting for going over the trees. This is looking great from John. That's the ideal spot. That's perfect.
Yep. He's going to have a good look at the tunnel from there.
So Cam is going a forehand over. I think it clips a tree and kicks it a little bit left. It's actually in a pretty, so he has to pitch out.
Yeah, it was tricky. I think it was a smart decision to just pitch it out back into the middle and try to get a better look.
Yeah, it was a good decision.
There's Fredy with a forehand.
I think he's going for the inside line. He gets clean.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, he gets clean.
All right, that's going to be a look for birdie there.
It's probably, I think, 35. I think it's just outside circle.
Yeah. Okay, we see John here.
John with the ideal drive.
Exactly, perfect spot. He does.
He's flexing her on the left side and
Turns
just
it
clips
over
a tree.
little too much, yeah.
So Cam's going over. So I saw his carry. He carries a little bit too far to the right, and actually he goes past the pin, which
He
is
does, yeah. He's still going to have a hard putt coming back to the basket, but that was an impressive shot.
So I saw his and how much his went to the right. So I go over the trees as well, and it gets a little bit of a carry as much as I thought it was, and it just clips a tree. Actually almost hits the spotter. Or not spotter, the catch cam. I'm sorry.
No, that actually, that was probably the closer one that was to hitting the camera, but still having been hit. So.
Probably a good tree. Drops me about 10 to 15. So there was a donkey in the background just going on, and so we had to kind of take a second.
Yep, it was nature harassing a little bit. It's pretty funny.
So that's a good.
That was
good run
really
from Cam.
close from Cam.
Good runs from John and Cam.
Ooh, just slightly off to the left there from Fredy.
Fredy just a bit off, but makes a good comebacker.
No harm. Gets a par.
I'm left with my 10. It's like about 10 to 15 feet, probably like 12. I don't know. I didn't really walk it off or count, but I was able to tap that in. It's funny because in practice, I didn't even come close to getting a birdie on this hole. My best look was like a bogey, I think.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, very fortunate tree kick for me off the tee.
Awesome. Well, I guess it's going to give you the tee here for hole 16.
Real tight forehand shot. I originally thought the basket is at the end of the tunnel, but it's not. It's about 80 to 100 feet to the right up there. So
That actually almost hitting the camera guy again, but
I promise I wasn't trying to hit the catch cam, but for the past two holes, made it look like I was trying to.
But still haven't been hit, so here we go. Fredy
with a low shot. Clips a tree, but honestly, that's not a bad result.
No, it's not too bad. We'll see what his lie looks like. Oh.
Unfortunately, John gets the kick to the right, and that's pretty much jail.
Yeah, you can see it from the tee. That's just
Came with the low line, just a little bit inside, and it kicks us over there with John. So he's going for a forehand roller out.
From a knee.
Yeah, there's not much over there.
Yeah. See if he can find the gap to get out. It does not look like he found one.
I think his disc hit off one of the dead branches, and I
Yeah.
think it hopped it right back up into a tree.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think it would have been clean.
And Cam actually is able to get through, and he's going to have a look there. And, oh, man, John still struggling there a little bit. See him hit a couple more trees. Still has a little bit of work to do.
Fredy's going for the forehand out. Goes for the ground play to slide up, and yeah, I think it goes past.
Yeah, should be within his range there.
Yep. I'm going for a forehand. I'm trying to aim to the left and have it just sit, and it immediately just slips out of my hand. So luckily it doesn't hit a tree, and it's still about 15 feet. It's right there.
Yeah.
So this is John, I think, for his bogey.
I think so too.
Just a little low.
Or maybe that was for his 5. I'm not really sure, but we'll see here at the end.
We'll see. So this is for Cam for his par. Just a little low.
I feel like we've seen the same putt out of Cam all day.
I got a branch that's sitting there trying to poke my back, so I'm kind of trying not to think about it, but... And I tap it in for a par.
That's good.
I was going to say, it was sitting there trying to crawl up my shirt, so... Fredy taps in his par. Cam will take a bogey, and I think John will tap in his 5, if I'm not mistaken. It was a 6.
So it was 6, okay, yeah. So
John not having the day he probably wanted. But
Well, he was actually having a pretty good back nine until that hole.
yeah, he was. But in the front nine, I know he was getting beat up.
Front nine was harsh.
Yeah.
So there we saw.
I hit a tree pretty much dead middle. Really not a bad kick at all. I'm going to be left with something.
Yeah, this hole 17 is a par 4, 485. Might not be the longest par 4, but it is very, very tricky because of how tight it is and the little elevation changes. And, I mean, it takes 2 good shots.
Fredy absolutely pures his drive. He'll be on the left side. He might actually have a long jump putt for it, too. Cam just a little bit off on the right.
That looks pretty good.
That's a great shot. Yeah, John pures it as well. And I think it actually goes past Freddie's drive.
It does. Wow, that's impressive.
That is a great shot from John.
All right, Cam with the forehand. Oh, catches a tree.
Just clips a tree. At least he's in the fairway, though.
Yeah.
So I'm going with the buzz. Yeah, just kind of not really a good throw, but I got a bad kick and then a good kick.
Yeah.
Cam gets all the way down there.
Very good. That's
So
awesome.
That's a really good potential par save opportunity right there.
All right, Fredy with his
Fredy with a
signature
good shot.
flex forehand from her knee. I've seen him do that so many times. It's very good with it.
John with a great up and down.
That was very, very nice from John. This is your third shot?
Yes.
Ooh, nice gap there. It's going to leave you with about 4 feet. That's pretty good.
Cam just a little low.
man, you
That
can
seems to be the story of his round. Just a little bit low.
Yeah.
That's a good birdie from Fredy. Fredy's having a great back nine.
Yeah, 3 down through the back 9. It's pretty good.
That's really good.
And Cam, unfortunately, with another bogey there.
Good birdie from John.
Yeah, John, good bird. Great upshot.
I was about to say, his front nine, wasn't getting any love from the course, but the back nines, he's doing pretty well.
Thank you, brother.
Now, hole 18, par 4, 730 feet. This hole is a monster.
Yeah, this hole is difficult it would be an understatement. There's a Mando on the left that forces you right, so you can't play out to the left and make it easier. Fredy just clips a cedar tree.
Yeah, out of the gate here, you gotta, I mean, it doesn't look like it's that tight of a gap, but you gotta hit this initial gap because, like you said, there's a Mando up there. You can't see it from the camera right now, but it forces you to go down the middle here. There you can see the Mando right there.
Threw a little low, I was hoping to hit that tree. I didn't think it would kick off the base of it, but I was hoping to hit the branches and kind of trickle down to the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, the ideal drive would land all the way out from the tunnel past the Mando.
Don't skip.
I don't know if we're going to be able to see that today. That was actually a pretty good effort from Cam. He is not all the way out of the tunnel. He's going to be on the right side there, so that's going to be a tricky second shot.
Unfortunately, even though he piered it off the tee, unfortunately he might have to pitch out and play for par, but we'll see if he has something from there.
There, he's just pitching up for the corner position there.
Fredy going for something huge.
Yeah, he's trying to get all the way out of the tunnel there.
Oh, yeah. And for the most part, he almost gets entirely out. I'm pretty sure he's just on the outside of the last trees. So
Yeah,
he
right
did
on
it. That's
the
a
edge.
great shot from where he was.
Now this is John's third shot.
Clips a tree, but he stays in the fairway. I'm trying to go over.
That's good.
At first, I thought I turned it way too much, and then I remembered that thing is really stable, and it comes back.
What a crush. Look at that. Oh, my God.
It puts me about 35, 40 feet, somewhere in circle 2.
That was your second shot, so that's going to be a look for birdie. And Cam pitching out like you were saying.
That's a good decision from Cam. That left or right, it is rough. Cam going over the top. Unfortunately, just hits the tree.
John's fourth shot here. Trying to get all the way up to the basket.
Fades a little bit left.
Yeah.
So Fredy almost gets entirely out.
That's Freddie's third shot.
Yeah. So he'll have a long look for a par.
For a par, yeah. This is Cam's fourth also.
Yes.
Trying to get up and down for a bogey now.
Doesn't get as much ground play as I think he wanted, but I think he's still close enough to have a pretty good putt.
Ooh,
Fredy gave it a run.
Yeah.
It's a good run. I wanted a birdie, and I just, no.
You wanted that sunset birdie, but it's not there today.
Yeah.
Ooh, off the chains for John. He's going to have another, I think, double bogey there.
Cam once
Same
again.
With Cam.
Yeah. I was about to say, no harm, no foul, and taking a par. So
good par. -3 for the round.
John tapping in his 6. Not having the most ideal day for him, but props to him because he kept his composure the entire time.
Absolutely, yeah. He actually was in good spirits and even talking to me the whole time and not being upset. So, yeah, hey, man, congrats on that -3. That was pretty good.
Thank you. Fredy will finish at a 1 down. I'll finish at 3. Cameron will finish at 5. And John will finish at +11, I believe. I think it's actually +12.
Oh, no, it's 11. You're right, 11.
But I tied for the hot round leading, so I'll be on lead card for the next round with Fredy, actually.
Nice. Well, congrats on the tie for first place, and we'll see how the chase card does tomorrow. So don't forget to come back and check out round 2. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Chandler, for being here, commentating with me.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Awesome, man. You did
Almost hit you.
Yeah, thanks for not hitting me. Yeah. And thanks, everyone, for liking and subscribing. See you next time.
Later.